Hello, I am Justin Thompson, and welcome to another Justin Thompson Presents. I am your masters of ceremonies of the macabre. Tonight we spin a tale of deceit, a tale of jealousy, a tale of murder. You know, if you didn't get that joke, you should have more access to Nick at Night in the 1990s. Hi, my name's Joe Friday, and this is Monday. I met him on a Tuesday. Ah, some of you get that. Ah! First off, I'd like to welcome you back to How the Walking Dead Should Have Written It. I'm sorry that last week there was not an episode, but there ended up being some technical issues. Brother also had some shows. Need to get that dollar bill, y'all. What? My girlfriend likes to party all the time. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. But here, you're going to get a twofer. You're going to get what would have happened in episode 12 and what would have happened in episode 13. What would I would have done differently? By the way, spoilers are following this, so duh. If you haven't seen it, don't fucking watch this. Come back to it later, alright? Alright? Shit! Why aren't you listening to me? So, here's what I would have done differently on episode 12. Nothing! Absolutely nothing. It's been the first episode since the very first one that I actually felt was a really, really good episode. That was full of all kinds of shit that was great. Rick and Michonne off on a Bacchanalian fuckfest in a van. That was amazing. And then they're fighting whole shitloads of zombies. Found all that stuff. Thought it was great. The only thing I would have changed differently is I would have made Rosita not as much of a little whiny bitch. She's just whining, you know, I could have killed Negan, but I didn't kill Negan, and now everything's bad. Yeah, that's because you're a terrible shot. I'd have just had her go straight up to Sasha at the very end and been like, hey, let's kill Negan. But let's you take the shot because I'm a bad shot. And Sasha been like, thumbs. So that's all I'd have done with episode 12. Ha ha ha. So, episode 13, all right? It starts off with the Saviors putting one melon, into a truck, okay? Then they close the doors and we go straight to credits. It's a very quick opening scene. But you know what it seems like they were doing to me? It seems like they were setting up a trap for the Saviors, right? Because just one melon in a fucking truck doesn't mean shit, right? So if you're going to do that, I would love, that's what I want them to do. I want them to be setting up a trap for the Saviors, right? For when they go and they're meeting and they're like, where's our tribute? And they're like, open it up. It's just some weird shit. It's just one of those fucking, those clowns that you punch and they don't fall down. It's like, wah, wah, wah. They open the door up and they're like, what the fuck? And then they're all like, pow, 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 pow! They all hold their guns sideways. Even the bow chick, she holds her sideways. She's like, ah! Then you got the one dude with the crossbow who's like, poo, poo, poo! I mean, even though you can't fire multiple times with the fucking crossbow, you get my point. Or you just have the tiger in there, right? Wouldn't that have been awesome? He just jumps off and eats that dude's face. Come on, man. Do some awesome shit with what you got. You got a fucking tiger. Use it, son. Use your tiger. What, you just keeping him around as like a pet? Oh, look at my tiger. That's really cool. I got a raccoon. I understand, all right? I understand the need for weird-ass animals. But if I had a tiger, you bet your ass I'd be making it do tiger shit. Like eat my enemies. Eat their faces, son. Eat it off. Eat its soul off. Just gone. See my face? Whoop. Now you don't, because it's off, because the tiger got it. So we come back, and then Carol wakes up, right? Our little Milo wakes up, and she gets out of bed, lights a cigarette up. Then we flash over to Brookwillow, right? We're in Brookwillow, the kingdom of Brookwillow, where there's brooks and willows and melons. Apparently that's all that are there. There's a melon, there's a tiger, there's brooks, there's willows. Brookwillow raises a lot of fucking cantaloupe, don't they? Like an excessive amount of cantaloupe for fucking Georgia. While we're in Brookwillow, we flash over to Morgan, right? And he's teaching some kids some staff play. He's like, everybody was kung fu fighting. Ugh. Those kicks were fast as lightning. You know, it's a little less frightening. Ugh. And he's doing it with expert timing. Ugh. Ugh. But you know, with a staff. So Carol shows up to talk to Morgan, right? And Carol's like, listen, Otis, I want you to tell me what happened. And Morgan's like, happened where? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, tell me what happened in Alexandria. Come on, dude. He's like, well, I can't tell you about that, but Daryl can tell you about that. I'm kind of getting sick of all this high school bullshit of secret keeping that's going on. It's like, if you want to know anything about that, you need to talk to Stacy. Stacy knows what's going on, but I don't know shit about that. And then Morgan's like, well, you know what? I can take you to, like, Alexandria. You know, we could go to Alexandria, and Daryl could tell you the information that I currently have over there, but I can't tell you here. What fucking bullshit. Just tell him. Tell him, motherfucker, tell him. So Carol cries, and then she, like, leaves. And then Ben, or whatever's like, hey, I want to come with you. And she's like, no. He's like, I can skip school today. And she's like, no, go away. So then she's walking out of there, right? And so a zombie that she had taken down on the way over to Brook Willow is now dead in the road. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on here? Then it turns out Riggs is watching her, right? Riggs is watching her, and then he buries a backpack that says Katie on it. I don't know who maybe I'm supposed to know who Katie is, but I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know who Katie is. Apparently it's somebody in this dude's past. He really cares about it, buries her backpack. That's good. Digs another grave. Hooray. Then we come back to Brook Willow, right? And people are going about their day. You know, people are like teaching children how to paint, and they're tending garden to get some of those melons, because we got so many cantaloupes. And Murtaugh's like looking down upon all of his creation. Yes, tiger. Then a Muslim woman named Evita approaches him, and she's wearing like the Muslim head wrap, and she's also got on flannel and overalls. Which I bet really fucks up hardcore racist people. They're like, what? They're dressing like us now? This is bullshit. How the hell are we supposed to tear them apart? Sometimes my life likes to wrap something around her head too. Doesn't mean she's a goddamn Muslim. Or is she? Is my wife a Muslim? Son of a bitch, they're everywhere! Boy, we about to get guns and shoot anything that doesn't have a trucker cap on. Shit, what if she gets bit? She's gonna be a Muslim zombie. Muslim zombie's gonna try to bite me and bomb me. Anyway, Evita's like, she's like, yeah, look, we got weevils. We need to burn all these crops because we got boll weevils, right? Boll weevil. Boll weevil. Boll weevil sounds like a fucking, like, 1950s country star, doesn't it? Sounds like Hank Williams Sr., Red Sovine, Boll weevil. I'm Boll weevil. I'm gonna play you a little bit of tune. I was driving across the plains. Drawers are littered with stains. Thank you. Enjoy my record. Buy all my records from Playtone. And then Murtaugh's like, okay, fine. We got to burn all the crops. That's fine. The crops that we have boll weevils. Let's get rid of them. You're right. And she's like, I'm going to leave because I'm pissing my pants because your tiger's scary. And you're not using it like a tiger, even though everybody's scared of it. You mother... So Ben goes and he meets Morgan, right? And he gives him a painting that he found in some diner that's like the worst chalk art you've ever seen. Like Target level bad art, right? But in this day and age, this is the best art you're gonna get. So he's like, thank you for the art. I really like art. Artsy, artsy, fartsy. Then Morgan and Riggs and the Asian dude. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just calling him who he is. Bo Raicho. This dude is clearly Bo Raicho. Okay? Anybody else think that he's not Bo Raicho? Am I the only one that's been wanting to call this dude Bo Raicho the whole time? I can't be. So fuck it. He's Bo Raicho. From the Mortal Kombats. And Riggs and Morgan are talking, and Riggs is like, oh, you know, I used to have a family and stuff, children, and, you know, a wife. How about you? And then Morgan doesn't talk about fucking his wife and child that was like way, way back in season 1. And then he's like, you know, your way of not killing people doesn't work, Morgan. He goes, it's eventually not going to work and we have to fight the saviors. And he's like just still silent and shit. Then Murtaugh shows up, right? And Murtaugh's like, all right, everybody, we got to leave. Get in there. Bo Raicho, you get rid of that cobbler. And Bo Raicho's like, but cobbler, man. And he's like, all right, you can bring the cobbler. Anybody else ever see Pirates of the Caribbean 3, right? Where fucking Johnny Depp is constantly finding peanuts through the whole movie? That's what Cobbler has became in this series. Cobbler is the peanut of Pirates of the Caribbean 3, but with The Walking Dead. Just Cobbler all over the place. Hey, Cobbler, Cobbler, can we take the cobbler? Ah, you see? We keep doing cobbler stuff. People like cobbler. So they drive and the road's blocked off by a bunch of baskets and shit, right? So Riggs gets out to investigate. He's all like, all right, everybody. Everybody, get out now. You can get out. Come on, look, come looking. So they're fighting, they're looking around and shit. They don't see anything. So they start moving the carts, right? They go around back and they see the graves, right? See the grave where it's like, bury me here. And then another grave that's already filled up. And Murtaugh's like, you know, the times, man, the times are like that sometimes, man, times. They move all the shit and continue on their path. So they arrive to the place, and Bo Raicho immediately gets smacked in the face. And the Savior's like, there are no more rulers anymore, Mr. King Murtaugh. He's like, we want your offering and your guns. Murtaugh's like, I never agreed to that. I'm getting too old for this shit. The Savior guy's like, well, you can fucking give them to us, or you can try to use them, huh? Which way you want to play this, son? Which way you want to play this, son? Huh? Son? What we gonna do here, son? So the Savior guy's like, Dad, thanks for the guns, but you're short. We gotta make an example out of you. And Riggs is like, okay, it's gonna be me. And then Dr. Spin Doctor, that douchebag, is like, okay, boom, and then shoots Ben right in the leg. And the Savior guy's like, you need to understand the ramifications of what happens when you don't bring your proper amount of tribute. Tomorrow, you will repay us. Tomorrow, you will bring the outstanding portion of the debt. Nothing more, nothing less. Murtaugh's like, okay, we understand. Fuck! And then Riggs starts getting all emotional. He gets you know how Riggs does in like Lethal Weapon movies when they kill somebody he loves? Like in Lethal Weapon 2? He gets fucking tearing Hollywood Hills houses down with a chain and a truck pissed off. In my version. In this version, he's just like, blah, blah, blah. It was supposed to be me. Blah, 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 blah. So then they take Ben over to Carol's house and they try to save him and they fucking can't. Which in my version sends Riggs off the deep end, right? That's what happens in mine. That's what happens in mine. It sends him off the fucking deep end and he just goes cannon, right? He just fucking goes and goes and he just starts fucking, and he takes every weapon that he can, right? And he just goes straight into the Savior's fucking facility and just like... March of Death suicide shit, right? Just blam, blam, blam. He gets to Negan. Click. Click, click. Fuck, right? But he takes out Dr. Spin Doctor. That's one thing he does do. He's like, blam! And the dude's fucking head, you see, explode in just like a hair of brains. Ah, that would have been so awesome. But no, that's not what happens. In this version, something way less cool happens. He's just like, hey, Morgan, I set up everything. I set it all up. It was all me. I set everything up. I set up the basket. I removed the melon, and I buried the backpack. And he's like, buried the backpack? I don't even know what the fuck that means. And he's like, I don't know. Morgan's just sitting there all silent and shit. So they go the next day, and that's what the one melon was at the beginning. Oh. Ah, that's what it was. So then they go to the Savior dude, and the Savior dude's like, you got our tribute today? He's like, yeah. He goes, what happened to the kid? And Murtaugh's just sitting there silently, and everybody's silent, and the Savior dude figures out he's dead. And he fucking looks at the dude who shot him, like Dr. Spin Doctor, right? And he's like, you get out of here, okay? You start walking back home, all right? And if you don't, I'm gonna shoot you myself. Basically, the dude's punishment was, you go to bed without dinner, in the apocalyptic term. What I think would have been cool, though, what would have been cool if, like, because let's say Riggs doesn't do my fucking awesome brand of fucking suicide justice shit, right? Let's say that happens, and Dr. Spin Doctor makes it. Riggs isn't going out after him. What I think would have been cool is the fucking chick with the bow, just slowly getting out of frame, right? Where everybody can't see her, right? And that dude's walking off, and while that dude's walking off, she's just like, because she's an excellent shot, she just, boom, and just stands there, fucking throws the bow somewhere. It's like, woo, just right to his head. That would have been so fucking cool. Is that unrealistic? Yeah, who gives a shit? Do you give a shit? I don't give a shit. But instead what happens in the middle of this is Morgan just freaks and starts fucking choking Riggs. He just gets you down the ground. He's like, ah, blam, son, ah. Fucking farm boy chokes this dude to death. Then Morgan lays out the whole plan and like how he set everything up, and he tells the Saviors and he tells Murtaugh at the same time, and everything's all fucking hunky-dory between the two now. which I'm glad he killed somebody, but then he went right back to some pussy shit when it comes to dealing with the saviors, and I didn't fucking like that. Like I said in mine, I think the ending's way cooler with fucking Riggs getting taken out fucking suicide justice style. Where it just takes a fucking, not even like a truck, like a bike. And it just has guns fucking wrapped around his back, like some Punisher shit, right? Just click, click, click. Bam! 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 Uh-oh. Just guns everywhere. Morgan like buries him, right? And he's like, oh, that's what the bury me here thing meant. Oh, it makes sense now. Riggs planned to die the whole time. The whole time. Oh, what's this? A backpack. It says Katie. Who knows what that means? Nobody really. Fucking throw it in there. More dirt. More dirt. More dirt. Then then Morgan goes and tells Carol what the fuck happened at Alexandria. She's like, Maggie's dead, Abraham's dead, Voldemort's dead, and Olivia's dead. Saviors killed them all, and now Riggs is like kind of working for him, but Riggs wants to fight the Saviors. And Carol's like, and then goes to fucking Brook Willow, where she meets up with Murtaugh and is like, yo, I'm here, we need to get prepared to fight the Saviors. And Murtaugh's like, yeah, but not today. Too old for this shit. And then fucking Morgan's like whittling and shit on his fucking staff, turning it into a spike, right? Instead of just a walking stick, it's a ha-ha, 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 like it's a fucking gigantic vampire fucking stake. Awesome. In fact, in mine, he turns into a double vampire stake, like he's fucking, like a Darth Maul stick'em sword. Wah-ha, wah-ha, ha, 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 ha. And that's how I would have written it. Did you like it? I liked it. I thought it was grandioso and fun. I thought it was such a fun episode. I've had with you people. You can follow me on Twitter at JustinComedy1. You can follow me on Instagram at AfroDragonHero. You can look up these videos on the YouTubes under X-Ray Nerd. Did you know that? Under X-Ray Nerd, yeah. You can do that. It's something you can do. I'll see you next time on How the Walking Dead Should Have Written It. Everybody was kung fu fighting! Huh!